Ladies and gentlemen, and all the rest of you space pirates out there, hello and welcome to Space Engineers, a wonderful little game that on its surface is pretty much Minecraft in space, but it's far, far deeper than that. We are stranded out in the middle of an asteroid field in an infinite universe because we got jettisoned on our little beat-up ship here for space piracy. So you know what? We're going to say the heck with them.
Fuel low.
And we're going to continue to be space pirates. That's right. Recently, Space Engineers re-added in one of my favorite parts of the game, and that's the cargo ships. They will randomly spawn in about every 15 minutes or so, 15 to 20 minutes. And that gives us an opportunity to go off, hijack it, bring it back to a base which we're going to build, and scrap it up for parts for our own ships. So what are we doing here? Well, we're going to find us an asteroid. As a matter of fact, over here looks good. There's several of them right here close to each other. And we need to find one that has some good deposits of iron, silicon, and several other minerals. We need those.
Ship fuel low.
We need those to make components, which we then use to make blocks. Even the steel blocks that make up this ship require steel plates, which you have to have in your inventory to weld it up and use. You will get to that later. So I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to try to get over here to this asteroid, and I think the one I am looking at next to the donut there is where we're going. So I'm going to take a second and get over here, and when we get there, or close to it, so you can see the fine-tuning space flight, I'll bring you back. Alrighty, we are closing in on it. And it looks like we're going to overshoot it right over the top a bit, so let's change our trajectory just a wee bit.
Ship fuel low.
We have to be careful because if you can see my fuel time down at the right at full burn, I've only got 9 minutes. So I don't have a whole lot of fuel to be playing with. And I'm going to use up quite a bit coming to a stop near it, which is probably needing to come to a stop right about now, actually. And I hope the sound's not too loud. If it is, I'll try to adjust it by the next video.
Ship fuel low.
Yes, I know the ship fuel is low, my dear.
Ship fuel low.
Alright. This looks like a good big asteroid. Hopefully it's got all the materials we need. More than anything else, we need a deposit of uranium so we can make some more uranium ingots so we can keep fueled up. Alright. Let's see. Inertial dampeners on right about now.
Ship fuel low.
Alrighty.
Ship fuel low.
Looks like we'll be on the dark side of this asteroid as the sun comes around, and there's a nice big chunk. Ooh, don't hit it!
Ship fuel
Don't
low.
hit it! Oh! Oh! Whew. That was a little close. Alrighty. Well, let's get out here now. And let's go up here. And let's grab our... Well, we don't need these right now, so let's get rid of those. And don't need these at the moment, so get rid of those. Let's grab us a hydrogen bottle for extra flight time and an oxygen bottle so we don't suffocate. Because my oxygen is already down to about 70%, and we're about to take a flight around this big old asteroid here. Alright, let's go have a look, see what we got. A whole bunch of iron, that's good. All this red is oxidized iron. And I think there's some uranium right there. Let's see, turn a light on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Let's see. Is it? Yeah, it is. It's not much though. It's enough to get us that's to give us a few ingots, so that's okay. Let's see what else we got on this roid here. Maybe we can find some silicone or some silver, gold maybe, aluminum. Not aluminum. What else is there? There's nickel. There's a few others. I think that's more uranium there. Yeah, it is. Good. We also need ice, so we continue to make fuel. Not fuel. Hydrogen and oxygen. Oh, what's that? That is... I don't know. Okay, I guess it's just yellow rock. Weird. Okay. Alright, tell you what, I'm going to continue buzzing around this asteroid, and if I find some more goodies, I will let you know when I bring you back for an update. Okay. The only other thing that I found was a little bit of platinum, a little bit of platinum, some more uranium, and iron. It's not bad, but we need more than that. A lot more resources than that. But the fact that we have uranium on this roid is good. That'll keep us running. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and call this home. So I'm going to go ahead and start building the platform. And what we're going to do is I'm going to find a spot near this big opening here, probably over here somewhere, to build a small platform and then merge my ship to it and start using it as a small base of operations. So let's get some goodies here, and I'm being blooped again. But anyway, I just got distracted. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to be is I am going to grind down some of my ship just for some basic plates. There's some under here I can grab. I can grab some here, and a few here that's already damaged. And I'll also grind down this, which will give me a whole bunch of components I need to make some merge blocks. I'm going to have to sacrifice one of these big thrusters as well for steel pipes. And you'll see what I'm talking about the components as soon as I start to weld and grind things down. So I'm going to go ahead and get my welder and my, what is that called, the grinder, and I'm going to tuck away my drill, and as soon as I'm ready to start putting things together, I will bring you right back. Okay, got to my grinder. Now, if anybody's watching this and they're well aware that a station is going to draw a lot more energy than my ship, I'm well aware of that. But I want to be able to start grinding down all of these here for all them luscious components. Because them thruster components has a lot of goodies in it, and I want to start popping them into the assembler and disassembling them for goodies. Anyway, let's get on down here and grab us some steel plates. And as you can tell, this grinder is really slow. We're going to fix that a little bit later. We're going to make ourselves some upgraded tools. Alright, there we go. Now, where do we want to place our platform? I guess we could start right about here. So let's go into our toolbar configure menu here, the G menu as most people call it, and new station. And let us turn on station rotation. Station rotation. Station rotation. I like that. And let us roughly there. Now we need to make sure this thing is in the asteroid a little bit so we don't float away. About like that. And we're going to make it about 5 wide, I believe. I think that's what I usually do to start with. It's actually been a little while since I've played. But I think that'll give us a pretty decent start on a platform. So let's do a 5 by 5. And as you can see, as I'm placing these down, it just gives you a little structure. It's not an actual block. We're going to have in our inventory the correct components to weld these up with. And as you can see here, we used 1 plate to place it down, but we still need 24 more steel plates to finish welding this up. And as you'll see with the merge block, which is this fella here, it takes a whole lot more stuff. Construction components, computers, large steel tubes, small steel tubes, motors, and a handful of steel plates. And we need 2 of those. Now, we got that there. I'm going to go up here and prepare this thing for merging. Alright, that's coming over my earphones really, really loud. I hope that's not too loud for you guys. There we go. Let's do a block there. Temporary ship. I turned that off. That should be a permanent ship. This is another reason why we need to merge our ship, because it says it's temporary. If I log out right now and come back, that ship's gone. So we need to merge it to our station so we can keep it. So let's do that. And let's go down here. And let's see, I should have enough inventory space to grind us all the way down. If you don't have enough inventory space and you finish grinding things down, all those components fall into the inky blackness of space, never to be seen again. So don't do it. Watch your inventory. This thing's gonna take it forever to grind. Alright, that should give us everything except for the large steel plates for both of them. Yep, 1 large steel tube there. Ow. And 1 here. Yep. And we're going to get large steel tubes from the thruster. Now see, I got 4 thrusters on the back side here, so I can sacrifice 1 of them for this large steel tubes. And as you can see, real quickly, over here on the left side, you'll see all of my statistics. All of my, what would you call them? Vitals, I guess. And about midway, you'll see energy, oxygen, and as you just noticed, it refilled. That's what my tank is for, and hydrogen. So the energy I have to keep an eye on, because if I run out of energy, I can't fly anymore. My suit stops working. I can't weld, I can't do nothing. So that has to be very, very careful with that. I have to go to my flight seat over there and recharge. I think you can recharge at here too. I don't remember exactly. So anyway, I am going to take a moment, because this thing has a lot of thruster components in there that I have to get through before I can get to the steel the large steel tubes, and it's going to take a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and grind this big fella down, and I'll bring you back when I'm ready to merge the ship with our newly formed station platform. Alrighty. Let's make our new ship untemporary. This is what I was talking about before. Sitting here idling, I have about 18 hours of fuel time. And I think I mentioned that before as I was flying it about trying to get to this asteroid. And I have literally like minutes worth of fuel time flying at full tilt. So we're going to get over here close and we're going to merge it up. Being real careful.
Ship fuel low. Ship
Alright.
fuel low.
Let's see, let's spin around here. Pick up a little bit. Back her up.
Ship fuel low.
Now this thing gets a little violent when you try to merge it up. It's scary, actually. I always think I'm going to break one of them when it starts to merge. So we're pretty close. Alright. Oh yeah, there it goes.
Fuel low.
Bam! And now, as you can see, idling, we only have 3 hours of fuel time now. So it definitely eats up more power being a station, but when we log out and come back, whoops, just ran out of gravity, we'll still have our ship here. It won't disappear on us, it won't despawn. Now, what I need to do is I need to stick some uranium in our refinery back here so we can start churning out some uranium ingots so we can keep this thing powered. So I'm going to put away, oops, wrong button, there we go. I'm going to put away my welder and my grinder, and I'm going to go inside the asteroid where we found that uranium, probably make a couple of trips and bring some uranium back here, keep ourselves fueled. So I'll be right back. Okay, got my inventory full of uranium. Let's come over here to the refinery and dump this a little bit in there and let it start churning away. Now, as you can see, it churns very slowly. So what we're going to have to do, inevitably, and very soon actually, is, hello lag, is come down here and you see these little yellow blocks? These little add-ons you can place into it. And I will be adding in 3 efficiency modules and 1 power module. That way we can churn out more uranium ingots per unit of ore and use up a little bit less power than we typically would with that 1 power module. So we're going to do that. Something else we need to do is turn off these idle engines, because that's actually eating up power. So let's do that right quick. And actually, you don't have to go into the seat. You can go to any one of these little panels here. You can even do it from here. Or here. You can go right up to them, and go up to control panel, just like that. So let's search in thruster. Ion thruster. There's an ion thruster in here somewhere. I think they're all ion. I thought they were all ion thrusters. Interesting. But anyway, let's turn them all off, which will save us a little bit of energy. And let's see how much power we got now. 2 hours, because the refinery is running. Sucking down some serious, some serious power, that thing. So anyway, I'm going to grab my grinder again, and yeah, gravity don't extend very far from our generator right now. Keep it that way for the time being because it sucks down some energy too. But I'm going to go around and I'm going to cut down the rest of these thrusters and probably the gyroscope, since we don't need that anymore. And when we get this thing torn halfway down, I'll bring you back to lay down some basic blocks for our platform and station here. Um, yeah. And this is why you should be careful about what you grind and when you grind it. Whoopsie! Let's see if we can stop this from floating away. Come back, Thruster! Don't leave me! There we go. Alright. So, as you can see, just ground down all the back thrusters. I still got 2 more up front. And I still got this to grind down and a few of these pieces here. I'm also going to chop the top clean off and get rid of this little collector here too. So it's going to be a completely open top. And what we is going to did is we're going to fill out this platform, fill it all the way up to here, weld it up, make sure everything looks halfway decent, and then we're going to start thinking about what we're going to do on that platform. So I'm going to finish grinding this old ship down, and I'll bring you back when we need to place some blocks, and hopefully I don't send stuff flying off out into the blackness of space again. Be back soon. And there it goes. That's why you pay attention to your inventory volume down there. I don't think that was many, but I just lost some steel plates, and I don't like losing things like that. Anyway, back at it. Actually, that was all that I was going to do just yet, because I was going to bring you back when I was done with that anyway. Because before we go to grinding down the rest of the ship and welding up our platform, we need better tools. So let's look up here in the assembler and go to production and tools. So we need iron, nickel, cobalt, silicon wafers, and platinum for the elite grinder. For the elite welder, we need the same thing except for the silicon wafers. Now, let's go over here to our cargo container, and here we'll go to the assembler. Actually, let's go back to production for a second and look at our components. And as we can see here, the thrusters have iron, cobalt, gold, and platinum. Pretty much everything we need except the silicon. Now I don't want to waste our... Actually, how many of these do we have? We have 40. I could spare about 10 of those. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put 10 of these. And let's do a full 100 of those. Now let's go back into production, disassemble, and let's do all 10 of those and 100 of those. Now as we deconstruct these, we're getting the materials out of them. How many did I take out of there? 18? I don't want to do 18 of them. So let's take those back out and take out 10 of them because we accidentally did too many. And as these are being chopped up and chewed up, we should have the materials we need now to make our tools. So let's go back to assembly and see what we're missing. We are missing nickel. What? We need nickel. What in here has nickel? What in here has nickel? I know something in here has nickel. What was it? All those do, but we don't have any that we can sacrifice. Oh, those have nickel. Oh, I got plenty of those. So let's go into here and let's transfer into the assembler 10 of them. And let's go into production, disassembly, and let's do all 10 of them and get us some nickel. That's going to take a minute. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring you back when all this is finished and we're going to make some elite tools and see how much quicker they really are. Okay. Now, oh yeah, look at that. We could make one. Make one of each. That one and that one. This is going to take a minute. But you know, I was thinking about this earlier. When it's too easy to get to the elite welder automatically, and it doesn't really take that many resources. Personally, I think you should have to, or be forced to, work your way through the ranks. Like from the welder to the enhanced welder, not only would you need all those components, but you need the initial welder to get to it. So you can't just immediately jump to the elite welder. So in other words, you would have to have gone to the enhanced welder, to the proficient welder, and then use the proficient welder plus all those components to make the elite welder. So more of an upgrade system than being able to immediately get to that. Because the first episode, literally, probably about 30 minutes of gameplay so far, maybe a little more, and I'm already getting the elite welder. And that's a little too quick. I'm not complaining, mind you. Just saying, hey, we can make one of these too. Let's go ahead and do it. Why not? Now, obviously, we're not going to carry these tools out with us. Let me get out of this. When we go off to hijack a ship. Because if we die, chances are we're going to lose them. Because our body's liable to despawn before we can get back to it. So we're not going to do that. So we're going to keep our other ones, oops, wrong button, our other tools around. And those are pretty easy to make anyway. But anyway. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing, man? How we doing? Okay. Good. So let's get our elite welder and grinder and put our baby grinder up. And there we go. Now, let's go into our G menu, get rid of these old ones, and pick up the elite and the elite. Boop and a boop. Now let's see how much faster this welder is, shall we? Let's see, what are we going to grind? We'll grind this. Woo, yeah! That's much better. Oh, baby! We are cooking with gas now. Alright, so I'm going to cut away here. Go ahead and finish grinding the top of the ship, some of the outside, and probably go get me another load of uranium, and I'll bring you back for another update. Look! Another fine example of watch your volume! Grr. Yeah, I gotta get used to watching my inventory. Whoops. Oh, I'm gonna lose so many things if I don't keep up with what I'm doing. Okay. So there's our platform. expanded it out by 1, just so it would look a little better over here. Nothing special, but now that this is fully connected, we can go ahead and get rid of... Oh, my inventory's full. Let me change that. Let me fix that. We don't want to lose these parts. Let's get rid of the steel there. Now let's grab the components back out of these. Much, much faster. Alright. And there we go. Now, there is the beginnings of our little pirate station. Not, forgot one. I don't have any steel plates either. Ah, give it a steel plate. There we go. Now, not a whole lot to it yet, but we're going to expand this out a lot. We're going to need more than one refinery. As you can see, it's still very, very slowly churning through our uranium. And we're going to want one specifically for uranium, one specifically for iron. We're probably going to want maybe 2 others. I think just one more is going to be fine to churn through the rest of our materials that we need. And I notice I have not seen yet the cargo ships. Haven't seen one yet in this entire playthrough. That bugs me a little bit. Either they're glitched, which would suck, or I've accidentally turned them off, which would suck, and I can turn them back on. Or, this being an infinite universe, it just hasn't had one spawn near me yet.
Energy low.
Yes, ma'am. I will go charge myself up. Where's my... There it is. Charge myself up real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay. And if you'll notice, excuse me, root beer, yummy. Fuel time is now up to 4 hours, so we're doing good. We're actually in the green on power, so as long as we don't turn anything else on like the assembler, which we're going to need that soon too. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and weld up all these blocks here so we don't have a bunch of structural pieces hanging out. I'm going to go get me another load of uranium, and I will bring you back for an update. Okay, that's something we need to do real quick. We need to extend our field a little bit. Let's extend it to about 40. That should cover us about the whole... Let's turn down the gravity too. That should help us preserve some energy. And alright, now we should be able to walk all the way... Yep, just about all the way to the end. That's perfect. So I got another load of... Why can I not say that word? Got another load of uranium churning away in the refinery here, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the time, and I think we're gonna go ahead and build our modules for a refinery. Got a little time left in this episode, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and did that. Let's go into our menu here. Go down to production blocks. No, not that. Power blocks. Nope. all blocks and go down to, here we go. Not productivity, because I think productivity module only really works for the no, this works for it. That actually increases its speed. We're not really worried about the speed so much. We want effectiveness. And what that did is it should give us more uranium ingots per unit of uranium, as I mentioned before, and our power efficiency module will help us use a little less energy. And I think because energy is a bit of a crisis at the moment, I'm going to do 2 of each. So let's do 2 power modules. What do I need? Steel plates for both of them? Yeah. Steel plates to get them started. So let's drop down 2 efficiency modules. And for the sake of some power, 2 of those. And when we get to the point where power is not much of an issue anymore, we'll go and drop these 2 and put down probably 1 more effectiveness and then 1 productivity. Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. There's one of them that doesn't work on. You can put them on the assemblers too. I think it's effectiveness. I think you can't. Well, you can, but it's not going to work. The effectiveness module on the assembler I don't think works. I think it's productivity and power for those, and all 3 for this down here. Anyway, let's get these welded up. Let's see what we all need to weld these up. So let's dump. Whoop, give me that back. Let's dump that on there temporarily. Get rid of that. Grab that, and let's see. We need a little bit of everything. I think we got all this. Let's do the steel plates first. So let's dump all the steel plates in each one of these. Oh, need a few more. Alright, so we need motors next. And I may not have enough motors. Got 24, this takes 5, 10. Oh yeah, plenty of motors. Alright, what do we need next? Metal grids. So how many can I carry? Can I carry all of them? Yes, I can. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Yep. Don't need them here. I need large steel tubes, small steel tubes, construction components. And that's it. Question that. Oh, I got plenty of that. So let's get 100 of those. All of them, and as many of those as I can carry. Alright. Oh yeah. Alright, so we need some more construction components, large steel tubes, and small steel tubes. Crud. I think I'm out of small steel tubes. Yep, I need to make 21 of them. So let's dump these back in here, and I think what we're going to do... Them things are loud. Let's go over here to the assembler. Oh, inventory. Do that. And these girders. Let's actually I got a little bit of iron already, don't I? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and disassemble all that. It'll take but a second. And while this is disassembling, I'm gonna let Big Dog out, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Big Dog said he's gonna stick out there and wander around for a minute. Oh, we got plenty of iron. Let's make 300 of those. And I think I said I needed 21 of them. Yeah, so let's make 21 of them, and then we'll go finish out those modules. And of course, now that I've sat down, Big Dog wants back in, so I'll be back again. Oi. Okay. So let's grab our ingots here. Not our ingots. What you call them dar things? Small steel tubes. And let's finish our modules down here. The power modules. There we go. Now, we should be churning out a few more ingots, or maybe even up to one. I don't know exactly how that works. And we should be using a little less energy. So let's check our seat here. Still 4 hours, that's fine. And let's see if we're churning out more. Well, that's a little hard to tell because our reactor is sucking it all in. So where's our reactor at? Right here. It's one ingot. Or part of an ingot anyway. Well, can't really tell. But that's what they're supposed to do. And I think that... Whoop, hello, lag. I think that's where we're going to call it quits for the night. Yeah, I think so. We got us a platform. We got a refinery up and running with a couple of modules on it. We got ourselves some elite tools. And oh look, private cell just popped in. It's only 5 kilometers away. I wonder if I can get to it in time. That'd be an interesting way to end this episode, wouldn't it? Actually, no, put that back. Put that back. We're not going to use those. Alright, you know what? We're not going to do that because I've only got one hydrogen tank. And even though I think I have 2 more oxygen tanks and only one, I don't want to lose my hydrogen tank. And I think I need silver. And I don't have anything I can sacrifice for silver. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, no. Nothing I can sacrifice for silver, so we're gonna have to let that. We're gonna have to let that go until we get some more goodies online. So we're definitely gonna end that here tonight. We got ourselves a pretty good start. Hopefully this time OBS has recorded the video, which it did not in my initial video, which I had to scrap. So hopefully we got an actual video this time. And if you like what you saw here today, please do give that like button a little bit of love. Sub for more. And you all do have a lovely night. And we'll see you in the next episode.